Hello everyone, future Ariah here. This episode of the podcast is about 3-ish months outdated, but we wanted to share it with you anyway because I think there's some interesting discussion about what was going on during the little bit of a break we had on our channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys later.
I have a bottle of Sundrop on my windowsill.
From a long time ago.
That's from literally like before I think that was before I left for Michigan that I got that bottle.
Yikes.
I've just been keeping it just because. I don't know what else to do with it. And there's a whammy bar for a guitar, and there's a train up there for some reason. Like a train car.
It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic.
Yeah, and then the Flash is also hiding back here.
It's abstract art. It means something, and none of these people are smart enough to get it.
Yeah, exactly. I know what's going on. But do you? Probably not. Do I? Also probably not, but I'll never admit that.
Dun dun dun, it's an intro to the podcast. I don't know, I needed one for a bit. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ariah Jay podcast. It is I, Ariah, and I am here with... I don't think he was ready. I don't think he was ready.
It's Jay. I know you're gonna like open it. This is like trash taste type shit, where you fucking open it with me being like, nobody gets it except for me. Right? And then it's like, hello! Just be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how did you know I was going to do that? Of
we
course
need
I'm
the
going to do
opening
that.
animation like Trash Taste has, you know?
Oh yeah, of course. The animation and everything. The full 9 yards.
The full 9 yards.
It has been a minute.
Oh, shit. The last time we recorded in general was like...
months ago.
I swear it was like 4 months ago or so.
Something like that. Well,
it was before...
It was... Okay. We recorded Deltarune in April, I think.
Yeah.
And we recorded a little bit of Danganronpa after we finished Deltarune.
Oh, yeah, we did. So, wait. May... It was like May we recorded...
Something like that, which was 3 months ago.
June, July... it's been like 3 months.
Yeah, it's a lot has happened.
Oh, I have been through a lot, fellas.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry about how everything's gone with the channel. I've been trying to keep up with editing and stuff because we have Deltarune all pre-recorded. And those are going up slowly but surely. At the end of that, we'll see where Jay's at. But, you know, Jay's been going through a lot.
Yeah. I'm not crying, you're crying. But yeah, last time we recorded, we were talking about, Jay Wilson's going to go up to Michigan, everything's going to be great.
The next podcast episode you'll see will be in Michigan.
You know,
Yikes.
We did talk about it while I was there.
Yeah, we almost recorded an episode while Jay was up here, because Jay did in fact come up here.
I did go all the way up there.
Took a nice
So let's
walk.
talk about where we've been. So last time that we recorded the podcast, or wait, when was the last time we recorded the podcast? Like, that was before I graduated, right? Or had I already graduated?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was before I graduated, I think.
It was before I went to this. It was before I came to this apartment.
So yeah, it was before I graduated.
Yeah.
But life kept happening. I graduated high school, and then literally it was like a week or two after I graduated, me and Ariah talked, and it was just like, all right, I'm moving to Michigan, fuck it. I told all my friends were freaking out. No, on graduation night, they were freaking out because I'd already told them, like, it was before I graduated that we had the conversation, because the night of graduation, I was hanging out at my friend's house, and there was a bunch of people that I've always loved being around, and down in the basement were all the guys, and there was like 3 guys, and they're like 2 of my closest friends in the world, and we were all laying there, and I was just staring up at the ceiling, and I was like, boys, this is like one of the last times we're ever going to get to do this. And we were all just sitting there like crying, and I was like cracking jokes, of course, trying to like lift the mood. I was just like, you know, at least like, I was talking about things I'd missed. I was like, I'm going to miss your communist rants, Aaron, and stuff like that, you know? Just like dumb shit, you know, like I'm gonna miss yelling at you guys and stuff like that. And life kept going. I said goodbye to all the people that I've always been around. I packed up my car. It was really emotional because whenever I was pulling out of the driveway, my sister was right there, and I looked at her, and she was crying while I was pulling away to drive all the way up there, and I just bawled, like I was going like I was like hicking as I was going down, and I know hicking sounds like the weirdest thing in the world. That sounds like such a country like something Hicks do. I don't know what Hicks would be doing. I don't know what hicking would be.
Hicks
I don't
clearly
even
do hicking.
I don't even want to know what that means. But it was like I was like choking up the whole drive down the mountain that I live on, and then I started driving. That was a long ass drive.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that drive so much. Dude, like, I mean, the first few hours are great, you know? You're sitting there, you're driving, you're all excited and stuff. You know, you go through, like, Kentucky. I ended up on, like, the...
It's a 10-hour drive for the viewers.
Yeah, it was, like, it's supposed to be 12 hours, but I shaved off 2 hours.
Yeah. Because also Jay's mom, like, made him go, like, back roads and stuff.
So but it still ended up being 10 for me. But it's supposed to be a 12-hour drive, but we'll get to that. But anyway, I was driving down the road, and you know, I'm listening to music, I'm all excited and stuff, my car's all packed up nice and great. It's like a game of Tetris to get all the boxes in there. And you know, I had, like, all of my stuff packed up. Like, literally every object that I owned was in my car. And I kept driving, and I was having a good time, you know, I was dancing along, you know. But then, like, in, like, Kentucky, somewhere I lost service. And that was miserable because whenever you don't have service, then you don't have directions. And when you don't have directions, you start having a panic attack because you're out like 5 hours away from where you live, and nobody's going to be able to come out there to get you or anything. So you're fucked. There was I drove through Kentucky and Virginia and Ohio. I'd like to say something real quick, and I'm probably going to offend somebody by saying this, but I've probably told Ariah this at least 100 times. I've told everybody in my life this at least 100 times. Fuck Ohio. That place is the fucking worst. I mean, the Ohio River was so pretty. Don't get me wrong. That was really pretty driving across that bridge and like looking left and right and seeing like so much water and stuff. But then, like, you know, there's Amish people out there. I was so tempted to hit an Amish person with my car. I won't even lie.
Yikes.
I was literally about to bring them into modern ages real quick. Obviously, that's just intrusive thoughts. But, you know, I could have. Would have been pretty funny if I would have. But,
yikes.
You drive through Ohio. Ohio was most of my trip.
Yeah, and I think Ohio was half of the trip.
That's part of why I hate that place so much. But I ended up on
so big, so deceptively big.
And there's so like that you never find a gas station. Like the gas stations are so few and far between. I thought I was gonna run out of gas before I found another one.
Yeah.
But eventually I found them and everything was okay. I kept driving. And what else happened in Ohio? I swear there was more that I fucking hated about Ohio. I'll get to it. I'll remember at some point. I think that's just going to be like a forever thing, me hating on Ohio now. That's just going to take the place of my old bits. But, kept driving. Eventually, I made... No, what happened to Ohio was I was driving like a fucking maniac. Like, did I tell you how fast I went there?
I think you did. I don't remember it, but you certainly did. I went to,
like 120, 130.
Yeah.
In Ohio. Like, I literally...
Don't try this at home, kids. Don't try this at home. Don't follow in Jay's footsteps.
I've always said, do as I say, not as I do. I mean, trust me, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, opening up the fucking engine, going as fast as possible through that was great. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, first of all, it's horrible for your car. Because then, like, whenever stop signs come up and whenever you hit the brakes, that's where tire marks happen. Yep. I don't think I left any tire marks. But it was just a mess. But eventually I made it all the way up to Michigan, and you know, it was surreal being up there.
We had a few days.
We did have a few days, yeah. It's just like, wait a minute, Jay, if you went all the way up there, why'd you come back? We're getting to that.
Before we get to that, before we continue with the story, I want to say that I have a sun drop today.
I left like a couple 12-packs up there, I think.
Yeah, you left like 2 12-packs, like mine is a couple that you drank and gave to people. Yeah,
I was giving them out to people. I hope Tayo. I hope Teo tried the one that I gave.
Teo did. Teo told me that it was relatively good. Like, they don't really like soda, but it's the best, like one of the better ones that they've had.
Yeah, Sundrop will always be my favorite soda, even whenever I don't drink it. We'll get to that.
I've also, like, my original plan was to not drink any of these until we did the next podcast episode, but then 2 months went by, so I drank some of them.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, it tastes like Sprite mixed with from concentrate orange juice.
I still think that's a bizarre way to describe it.
Which is, like, good, but, like, not from concentrate orange juice is so much better. So I think Sundrop would be absolutely amazing if it was not from concentrate orange juice and Sprite, but it's from concentrate orange juice and Sprite, which is unfortunate, but it's fine.
But, anyway.
I mean, like, it's got orange juice in its ingredients.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never checked the ingredients on that shit. There could be, like,
Water,
cancerous
hydrogen corn
ingredients
syrup,
in there, and I've just been
contains less than 2% of the following: citric acid, orange juice concentrate. It was from concentrate. Sodium benzoate preservative, caffeine, natural flavors, acacia gum, yellow number 5, ester gum, and brominated vegetable oil.
But that's completely and utterly, like... Yeah, it's really bad that I drank that for so long and I never check the ingredients. There could have been, like, cancerous stuff in there, and I could have just been...
There is. It's yellow number 5, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but that's fine. Listen, man, we're getting to that. But I get all the way up there. All the way up there. Fuck my voice, man.
All the way up there.
But, I get up there, and it was cool. Like, the first person to hug me was Teo, which was pretty cool. Like, I went to the wrong apartment because the 2 apartments next to each other are, like, fucking, like, identical.
I told you it was 1014.
They're literally identical, and you can't get mad at me for it.
But it said 1016.
That's not my problem. You're saying a lot of words right now. But, I got out of the car, and eventually I walked out, and then I got grabbed by Teo, and then Ariah grabbed me next.
Whoa!
And I was just like, holy
shit,
shit, there's people. And then N was upstairs, and then we unloaded the car, and Teo's partner was there. That was nice meeting them, too. And then we unloaded the car, and then we all went into town. And what happened? We went into town.
We went to Teo's house.
No, we went to Chipotle first.
Oh, you're right. We did go to Chipotle first.
Because I remember parking a parking garage for the first time, which was weird, and I didn't like it. Fuck parking garages. But,
parking garages are fun.
No, they're just weird.
They're like a cool building. You get to drive inside a building. It's so cool.
Drive inside a building. I'm sure I could find many reasons to drive inside a building other than that. Like, you know, I've driven through house. No, just driving through a house. But that was interesting, and walking down the street was really cool. Seeing everything, like, I was just, like, it was just, like, crazy looking at it all. And I tried Chipotle for the first time. I mean, it's okay. It's not,
the Chipotle we had was, like, the most mid Chipotle I've ever had, to be honest.
Listen, man.
Because that's the problem with Chipotle, is it varies in quality. Sometimes it's, like, fine. It's always, like, edible. Sometimes it's fine, and sometimes it's really good. Because there are times where I go to Chipotle and it's like, this slaps. But there's other times where it's like, it's fine. Unfortunately, we got into a bad day, but...
But, it was, it wasn't bad. I wasn't sitting there hating my life or anything. I mean, I do that on the regular, but that's besides the point. But after that, then we went to Teo's place for a bonfire, and it was hilarious because our good buddy Theo, who was on this podcast before, we didn't tell him that I was going to be there. Of course, like, he saw through it and just realized that I was going to be there, but that's besides the point. I was doing my very best to make sure that everyone did not tell Theo I was going to be there, and it was adorable because Theo actually hit a car right as they pulled up. Right as they pulled up, they literally just, like because the other car was completely, like, fucked. Teo's car? Yeah. Fine. Teo's car was completely and utterly fine. However...
We didn't know this. We didn't know this at first because we just saw Teo and Theo, because Teo went to pick up Theo. Mm-hmm. Teo and Theo drive by, and we saw Theo look over and was like, we saw that face, and we were like, oh,
and I thought it was because they saw us, and I was like, shit. But no, they literally just hit a car because I looked over, like, I turned around, and I was like, holy fuck. But, you know, I thought it was hilarious, but while Teo ran over...
I didn't see it. Because I walked over towards Teo, like, pretty much immediately, and Teo was walking towards us. And Teo was like, I just hit a car. And I'm like, oh, yikes. That's a problem.
Yeah, and I walked over, and I thought it was hilarious because Theo wasn't even looking outside the car, and I just stood outside the car, and Theo's like, you can literally see his face. He's just like, hops out the car, literally just hugs me for a good like minute straight. It was amazing, and I was really happy. I love Theodore so much. But we went to the backyard, hung out, we had a bonfire, all just sat there and talked for a while. I had the guitar, and Teo also had a guitar. Teo played us some of his songs, which was my favorite thing. We just had a good time. And we were out really late. I don't even know how late. It was like...
It was pretty late.
I don't know. It was like midnight, probably. Something like that.
Something like that, we were out, yeah.
But
which is pretty late for being out, not for, like, being up.
Yeah, definitely not late for being up. Trust me, my sleep schedule is not loving me right now. But after that... What was I about to say? Then we went back to the house, and I don't know what it was, but while I was up there, I just had this weird, like, empty feeling. But, like, I felt like something wasn't right the whole time, and I talked to them about it, and they're like, maybe in the morning you'll feel better, something like that. And I was just like, hopefully, because I was sitting there pacing in the apartment back and forth, and I was just like, you know what, whatever, I'll figure it out. So then... I tried to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning, but I still got up at like 9 o'clock. I barely slept while I was up there. It was a problem.
Yeah.
But I got up at 9 o'clock and nobody else was up, so I was like, I'm gonna do stuff. So I went and took a shower. I organized a bunch of stuff, and then I went downstairs and played guitar for a while. And then they got up, and they were like, hey, what's up? And I was like, what's up? And they were like, we could hear you. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I didn't mean it. And we hung out.
You didn't wake me up.
Yeah.
I woke up, and then I heard you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just like, I didn't realize that you guys could hear me till I walked up, and I was like, oh, hello, fellas. How are we doing? And then... What did we do? What did I do the second day? Because, Ariah, you worked on the second day, right? I think?
Probably. I don't remember exactly. What? Because you came up here on a Tuesday?
It was a Tuesday, and then that went... I think the second day... I think the second day was the day that I spent with Theo.
Yes, it was.
Because the second day... I hung around for a while at the apartment, and then Theo shoots me a text and goes, I want to show you around, and I said, cool. So I was just like, guys, I'll be back later. Went and picked up Theo. We went and walked around. I saw the cherry shop, because apparently cherries are a big thing up there.
Cherry Republic, yeah.
I went and saw that. There was this comic book shop that was really cool that I had a
Vault
great
of
time.
Midnight.
There was this fucking record store that I really loved. I have no idea.
There's a couple. Do you remember what one that was called?
I have no idea, but it had like DVDs on the side.
Record store Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor is fucking amazing, guys. If you're ever in the area, viewers, like, it's so amazing.
But we walked around that record store. If I heard the
Wazoo
name,
Records, Encore Records, Underground Sounds, Your Media Exchange.
Give me a second.
Music Go Round.
It was I think it was Encore.
Encore? On 4th Avenue. Yeah. I know where that is.
Yeah, that was a really cool place. I loved walking around there because Theo was over there looking at movies, and I was sitting there looking at records like, holy shit, this is so cool. And we looked around. What else did we look around? Fuck.
You found Sundrop at Cherry Republic, right?
Yeah, No, it wasn't Cherry Republic. It was this candy shop.
Oh, it was Killwinds?
Maybe. But there was this candy shop. I can't. I think Killwinds is right, but there was Sundrop in there, and I was like, holy shit! Because then I gave like a glass. There was glass bottles of Sundrop. Actually, there's a glass bottle up there in my windowsill. It's so cool.
This has a Discord.
Let me check. No.
No, okay.
But I don't remember what it was called.
I want to know, because I want to go get Sundrop there.
Rocket Fizz.
Oh, I gotcha. I forgot about that place.
Yeah, we walked in there because Theo thought the place was really cool, so we walked around there, and the woman in there was really cool because I walked inside, and I'm just the type to create
Starbucks
conversation.
on Main. Okay, I know exactly where that is. It's right next to where I went to hang out with some friends recently.
But I was sitting there, and I just randomly create conversation with people. I think it's fun. Talking
about the Kroger incident.
We will. We'll totally talk about that incident. But I don't know what it is. Like the people that I hang out with, and especially whenever I went up to Michigan, they're like, "What the fuck is up with you? Like, what kind of like I don't know what it is about you, but people don't randomly talk to other people like they talk to you." And I'm just like, but I walked into the candy shop and I grabbed a Sun Drop, and they were just like, Sun Drop, huh? And I was like, yeah. I'm from North Carolina. And they were like, yeah, so you know Cheerwine too, huh? And I was just like, yeah. And they're just like, over there. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is stuff that I was told I would not be able to find up there at all. And I'd already made my peace with it. Like, I brought three cases of Sun Drop just for, like, my sake. But,
yeah. Fun.
But, I remember I talked to her about it, and she's like, Cheerwine's just better Coke. And I'm like, honestly, I don't disagree with you on that.
I haven't tried Cheerwine.
Yeah, but she was just like, yeah, we have stuff like this for, like, people like you who come from, like, down there and can't live without it. I'm like, that's very fair. But I've also found Cheerwine in just, like, regular grocery stores. I don't know why or how.
Yeah, you can find it sometimes.
But because we found it in Kroger. But I just thought it was really cool walking around with Theo, and we went to, like, the farmer's market up there, and we just honestly just looked around, saw whatever we saw that we thought would look cool. We just walked around. And then eventually we ended up back at Theo's place, and we hung out in his room. It's just so cool whenever you find somebody that you haven't hung out with in person before, but you, like, are really close online. And then eventually you're just, like, you're sitting there just, like, chatting shit. Like, we're literally just, like, shoving each other around and stuff, and it's just, like...
It's the nicest feeling in the world.
It is hilarious. I love it. Like, I just loved being around everybody up there. But, like, Theo, I just loved, like I said, like, we were just, like, chilling there, and it was just, like, it was awesome. Then what happened after that? Was it, like, that night? Did we go no, we didn't go grocery shopping that night.
We went grocery shopping the next day, I think.
Yeah, but what did we do that night? Because we did stuff that night, I think.
Did we?
Maybe? Because I was out at Theo's until, like, 7 or 8 o'clock. Because I was at Theo's till, like, 7 or 8 o'clock.
I think we talked about watching something, but we didn't actually watch anything.
No, we went grocery shopping that night because we also went up to northern Ann Arbor and drove around. Remember?
Oh, you're right. When it got dark, you're right. Yeah.
But we went to grocery shopping and hung around up there, and that's where the story comes in.
So we went to Kroger, which, for those of you who don't know, is kind of a...
it's a grocery store.
I don't know if it's like a Midwestern grocery store. But if you've heard of... gosh, what's the name of that? Harris Teeter. If you've heard of Harris Teeter, Kroger owns Harris Teeter. It's all the same chain.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to Kroger to get some groceries because I don't have a car, so I don't really get to go to the grocery store super often, and Jay had a car, so it's like, hey, while you're up here, let's go grocery shopping. And, you know, we're just picking out stuff, and then we're walking down this the frozen aisle, just kind of looking at some stuff. And this guy, this other just random, like, old guy just comes up and just... I forget, wait, what did he say at first? Do you remember?
I'd like to preface this with saying that it happened to me specifically. I was walking down I was walking behind you guys, and I see this older gentleman, and I say, excuse me, I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, literally, I said 3 words, excuse me, no, 4 words, excuse me, I'm sorry. And he just goes, whoa, 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 you don't need to be sorry. And he pulls out, like, you know how old people have, like, those, like, photograph albums, you know? He pulls out his whole, like, photograph album. His whole album. And he, like, opens it up and starts showing me all this stuff and, like, telling me all about his life and how, like, Jimi Hendrix was his first concert and telling me about how his wife was a teacher for however many years and how he loved his kids so much. And
like, his nephews or something were on, or nephew, or some family member was on Ellen or something?
Yeah, how, like, some family members were on Ellen because the guy, like, sold his his car to buy her a ring.
Oh my god, because he was like, hey, I don't have a ring for you, but would you like me to sell my car to buy you a ring?
And the girl said yes, and nobody expected him to actually did it, and then he did it.
What the fuck? No, sure, some people consider it a sweet gesture, but like, I think it's a fucking stupid gesture.
It's hilarious.
I think it is the stupidest thing in the world. Why would you do that?
And you talked about...
Look, admittedly, I identify as aromantic, but, like, you need a car.
I just thought it was hilarious. And he kept talking. He told us about his brother who passed away. And about, and just about how he used to play baseball and stuff like that. Just, like, about his whole entire life. I don't know why. He just was really enjoying it. I'm sure, like, a lot of old people are just lonely and just like talking about stuff because they don't have too many people to talk to about it anymore. I mean, I didn't even mind it, and he told us to listen to this musician who worked with somebody. I can't remember what Keb Mo. He told us to listen to Keb Mo's newest single, and I said, okay, buddy. And he was like, that's your homework, and then he started walking away, and I was just like.
But he like started walking away a couple times and turned back and kept talking.
Yeah, exactly. It was hilarious. I think it's just the fact that I was just receptive to it and just kept talking to him back.
But hey, guys, check out Keb Mo, I guess.
Yeah, check out Keb Mo.
Some random guy in a Kroger told us about it.
I think I put that on in the car. I'm sure I did. Like, we listened to it, I think. I don't remember what it sounds like anymore.
I don't think we did.
Well, I'll put it on later. We're gonna get copyrighted.
I will someday.
We're gonna get copyrighted to hell if we put it on right now.
Yeah, but I'll listen to it someday, maybe.
But what happened was then after I thought it was hilarious because right after he walks away, Ariah and Ann are like, "What the fuck did you do?" And I was like, "I literally said I'm sorry, excuse me." I literally said like 2 words to this man. He decided, "You get to know my whole life story," and I said, "Whatever you say, buddy." But we kept going, and then we went up and drove around. Well, I drove around. Driving up there was terrifying.
The northern part was not as bad.
No, driving at night was sick. I like driving around up in like the richer type area. We went and saw Ariah's old high school, which is like four of my
stories tall, and like it's like 4 stories tall, and it's like 3 normal high schools next to each other.
Like I said, it's literally like 4 times my high school, probably more than that.
I mean, there was 1,600 kids who went to that high school.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think we only had like 300 to 400 at ours, something like that.
Yeah, a fourth. There you go.
But we drove around a bunch, and I got to see a bunch of stuff, which I thought was really cool. And eventually we ended up back at the house, and then just hung around and then fell asleep. Then the next morning,
there was a lot of Jay like panicking about being up here and stuff.
Just assume this whole time that I'm like, whenever I'm not sitting there like completely in the moment, then I'm sitting there just freaking out because I'm realizing this is not the right move for me. Like it was literally the next morning that I texted my mom and said, I don't think this is right, and I think I'm going to come home. Literally the next morning, which is like crazy because people were just like, you didn't even give it any time, and I was like, I think with me, I just know, like, I don't need that much time to realize what I need.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, my whole stance was like, hey, I totally get it if that's your decision. Definitely, like, think on it for a little bit, because if you do want to go down there, if you do go back down there and then regret it for some reason, which I know you didn't, but like, then that would also be not great. So, I mean, we had a couple days. We set, I think that Wednesday that he was going to leave Friday morning.
Yeah, and then the next morning I got up and woke up Ariah, and we got ready and went for a walk.
We went to the Arb, which
is a really pretty park.
I love it.
It was
Nichols
such a cool
Arboretum.
aesthetic. I really liked that. We walked around for a while.
It looks like the middle of like nature.
Yeah.
Even though it's in the middle of the city, it looks like the middle of nowhere, and it's
amazing.
It's
I loved it so much, and we walked around and walked by the water. No, we sat by the water and talked about anime for a while, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, we sat by this river, and then we also went underneath like a railroad bridge.
Yeah, we went
underneath a railroad bridge. There's a railroad, like a train track that went over the water.
And then
we
we
sat
walked
under it.
on
I
the
think
train tracks for a while.
Did a train come while we were there?
No.
No, okay. I was hanging out with Olivia a little bit afterwards at that train track underneath it, and we were smoking weed.
That makes sense.
And a train came over the tracks while we were under it, and the whole place like shook with a really loud noise, and we were both like, "Oh my gosh, a train's here!" It was great. I loved it.
I remember we climbed out in like over the water a bit, like on that sideway a bit, and then we walked over the train tracks for a while, and then we realized this is probably a bad idea, so we walked back the other way, and we where'd we go after that? Then we went to Starbucks, and I got some drink. I don't know what it was. Ariah bought it for me. You said
you like caramel, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember what I said.
I think you said you liked caramel, in which case I got you a caramel frappuccino.
I think that's what happened. But anyway, we went to Starbucks and hung out there for a while. There's a picture of me that literally I look like the most dead motherfucker.
Oh my god, on my Snapchat? Hold on.
Ariah took like it was just like the most awkward I was mid blink, so it looked like I died. I have it right here. I keep forgetting that I have Ariah on Snap. It'd be so funny if I just post something on Snap.
Yeah, I don't ever use Snapchat, like ever.
Where the fuck did
my phone go? I don't know.
But I have the picture right here in my camera roll. But anyway, it was just hilarious, to be honest. Like that, just the picture. I literally look like, I don't know, like one of my eyes is closed and the other's like half open. It just is not a good situation for your boy. I'm not looking very much like. Plus, like my hair was like still black in that picture, which is really weird. I dyed my hair like right before I left for Michigan, which is really funny because now it just all the dye faded out of it.
Oh, there it is. There's my phone. I found my phone.
Good. But it was hilarious that day because then we just walked around. We also went to the main like plaza type thing at the college, whatever that place was called.
Yeah, the Diag.
Yeah, the Diag, and that place was really cool. And there's like a really cool. Oh shit! Yeah, I do not look good.
Turn the brightness down a little bit.
Not great for your boy.
It's a pretty damn good image.
No, I mean I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
Jay, you should set your profile picture to this.
My profile on Discord.
Yeah, it's profile picture material.
I mean, I'll do it as a meme. It'd be hilarious. But we hung out and walked around in the Diag, and there was that really cool like those backpacks. Like it was like a the backpacks
we were up here
were
during
sitting,
that.
Yeah, it was like it was talking about school shootings.
For like a week, there was a bunch of like kids' backpacks, like of various types, laid out in the Diag in this one little section. Just kind of laid out in the grass, these just kids' backpacks. And there was a sign that said it was like kind of a piece of art that was for like a week that was talking about how in some places teachers are teaching kids that if they run into a school shooting scenario that you can use their backpack as a shield, which just doesn't work. Mm-hmm. But it's to make kids less scared, you know, and it's just talking about how the school shootings that are happening are horrible and it's just raising awareness is really what
Agreed.
it is. It's just,
it was
a piece
awesome.
of art commenting on that.
That
was really cool.
That. And I saw like BLM flags up there and stuff. I was just like, I don't get stuff like this.
Oh, every other house had a pride flag.
No, that's what I was saying. I remember the first night that I was there, we were walking down the street to grab the guitar out of my trunk, and I was talking about it. And someone was in their yard, and I was talking about their flag, and I'm sure that the people in their yard were like, "What the fuck?" But after we ran around for a while, then we went back to the apartment, grabbed and then we all went to Teo's.
Yeah.
And hung out with Teo for a long time.
We brought your electric guitar.
Teo loved that electric. I loved watching Teo play an electric guitar. It was funny.
Yeah, that was great. And we played some VR and some improv games.
We played improv games. We played Jackbox and improv games.
We did play.
Oh, we played VR, then Jackbox, then
played
improv
VR.
games.
I played VR.
I was about to say one person played VR. I didn't touch it, but
did
I
Teo
remember.
Not? I don't remember.
No, Teo was playing it before we got there. That's why he was out.
Okay.
And then improv games were a mess. Improv games were so funny.
Did we record any of those?
No,
I don't
didn't.
remember. I wanted to.
We didn't. Yeah, I remember.
I don't think we did.
I think it got vetoed. I think something like that happened. We have the ones from whenever me, you, and N played.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. Maybe we should find a way to post that at some point. I'm just saying. Somehow, some way, eventually.
Dude, but like hanging out and like, dude, the playing fucking Ding was so funny.
It was lovely.
Dude, because I was just sitting there like a buzzer, just like dinging everything because I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
There was like a Holocaust joke that came up at some point during my session.
Okay, listen, we were playing with Teo, who is Jewish, and almost certainly was the origin of this Holocaust joke. I don't remember it, but he
because I think the character I was playing, I was like, I don't want a Holocaust, and then they dinged me, and I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they kept dinging me until I said, I do want a Holocaust. And I was just like, holy shit. And if you never played an improv game before, Ding is a game where you start with a subject and you keep going, and whenever someone says ding, you have to repeat what you said differently.
Jay and I did something with Walt Disney at one point. How did that happen?
It was you and Teo where Walt Disney
We were
appeared.
ponies.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Teo? It was Teo.
Yeah, it was you and Teo, and I remember I was dinging. I got brought into it like multiple times as different characters.
Right.
and you guys were like, I was like, you guys are... No, I came up with a really bizarre, hyper-specific fucking thing. I was like, you guys are international businessmen who have been stopped at the airport, and you're trying to figure out a way out. And then you guys talked about how you needed to sell the ponies you needed to upcharge ponies sales. Yep. And then you guys met Walt Disney, who turned you guys into ponies.
But Walt Disney was buried underneath Disney World. We had to go to.
Yeah, you had to go there, and you had to get
And then we had to
Teo's uncle had to get married there. Teo's
uncle. Ashes had to be spread. There was some fun stuff.
It was a mess.
Oh my god,
dude! It was so funny.
We all got married at Disney World.
Yeah, all three of us, because I was dinging, but then I was like, we need another character because this is getting pretty boring, and so I threw myself in because I was like, I already made this hyper specific as hell. I might as well just throw myself in there, right? And fucking. It was so much. But we went there, and then we went and got Subway, which was pretty funny. Because, literally everyone was starving to where, as soon as we sat down, everybody would just fucking... we were playing, a card game at the table.
Yeah. Teo brought up a card game, which was, they came up with a word, right? And then they didn't tell us the word, but they told us the letter it started with. And then we had to come up with words that started with that letter. And if we guessed the word that Teo was thinking of, then we won. But every time we
didn't get it, they'd give us another letter, I think.
Something like that. But there's also a clue involved.
Yeah.
Something that was I don't remember.
I don't remember how the game works, but we were playing
because
that.
I remember I did one that wait.
Something with Homestuck came up.
Yeah, that's right. So we had to agree on it or something, right?
Yeah.
So we have to... I have to give a hint, and somebody else... Oh, that's right. I can't just say a word. I can't just say a word that starts with S, for example. I have to ask somebody else. I have to give a clue to somebody else, and that person has to, from that clue, say the word and be right in order for that to count as a guess. But if Teo, the person who came up with the word, guesses the word that I was going to guess from that clue, then we can't get the point.
Yeah.
So I remember I used the clue... I used some clue about Homestuck, Fancy Santa, some clue about Zilly-Hoo, Homestuck, Trickster Mode, and I was going for the word Santa. We had SAN or something.
Yeah.
And nobody got it. I was so upset. Fancy Santa kind? Come on, man.
Dude, I completely... I had no idea what you were talking about. I wasn't even paying attention to the game, to be honest.
Both you and N were Homestucks, and Teo's not, so...
Yeah,
should have been easy.
Yeah, I completely just I don't even think I was really paying attention to the game, to be honest with you. I don't think I ever really understood the rules from how Teo explained it.
Fair. It was pretty complicated, and Teo didn't do great job explaining them.
Yeah, and then we went back to Teo's house and hung around there for a while. And then we went back to your place. And
we went back to our place, but you left your ring at Teo's house.
I did leave my ring there because I have this fidget ring that's really important to me. Because, like,
this was the night before Jay was going to leave. Jay was going to leave in the morning.
Yeah, and I was stressed out because I'd just gotten some family thing. Oh, yeah, I have another fidget ring. It's not, like, the same kind, but it's, like, a different fidget ring. But
I need a fucking fidget ring. I play with things all the time, and I need to, like, get a good fidget toy.
Yeah, and I play with this bracelet a lot, too. But, yeah, I got 2 fidget rings. Both of them were from the same girl. Her name's Skylar. She's cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to say people's names. I'm sure it doesn't matter.
There's no last name. It's probably fine.
Worst comes to worst, someone yells at us for it, and then we beep it, and the YouTube editor, which is such a good editing thing. The YouTube editor, how much we love you.
Yeah, you can beep it in the YouTube editor, and I can just, like, take the file that I have downloaded and just, like, beep the audio file and then post that back on, because our podcast app can replace files without changing anything, so.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I'm sure it doesn't even matter. She's cool. But then we all, like, I left the ring. I was freaking out because I was packing up the car. And I
was trying to calm Jay down a little bit. I was trying to be like, hey, Jay, everything's going to be okay.
Because I also had gotten some family news and stuff, and I was just overall stressed out. And I packed up the car, and then I just couldn't calm down, so I went and sat at the end of the sidewalk.
Yeah, I tried to convince Jay that it was okay if Teo could bring over the ring. Because Jay was like, I don't want to inconvenience Teo at all. And I was trying to convince him that.
Then Teo came over and brought it over, and we were out walking till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, Teo came out, and we were walking. We first just sat where you were sitting for a while.
Yeah, we sat there, and then a bunch of college kids kept walking by, and we were talking to them and being nice and stuff.
Yeah, we almost approached a group of them.
We did
while we were walking. We didn't approach that group.
No, we didn't. But we kept walking around. We were just talking about a bunch of shit. It was really fun. And then me and
we talked about emotional shit and other funny, random, stupid shit. Yeah,
exactly. We were just talking bits and talking about how entertaining Jay Wilson is. We eventually got back to the place, and we were just sitting there at like in the back parking lot. And I thought it was hilarious because me and Teo just instantly started flirting. It was my favorite thing in the entire world. I forgot about that. Me and Teo just flirting. That was fucking funny. We were just talking about if we both get single at the same time. I'm just saying. Because we were both in relationships at that point. Oh yeah, I had another girlfriend. That was cool for a little while. That was like a month. Then we kept. Then, like, eventually we all calmed down. I went upstairs, and finally I was able to, like, fall asleep as soon as I laid down. But then I got, like, it wasn't that much sleep. I got up at, like, 7 or 8 the next morning. And it was, like, 2 or 3 hours. I think I was running on, like, 3 hours of sleep.
I was somewhat concerned because Jay had a 10-hour drive ahead of him.
But I got up, took a shower, and I was like, hey, Ariah, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
saw him off.
And then I drove. And I'll be honest, I did almost fall asleep at the wheel. It was really bad. And in Ohio, I was, like, hydroplaning really badly. And I kept driving. I did hit somebody in Kentucky.
Oh, what?
Oh, I didn't tell you this.
No, you didn't tell me this.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody this. My mom didn't figure it out till like a couple weeks ago, and she got really pissed because I didn't tell her about it. But in Kentucky, I was driving, and I wasn't going that fast. It was like at a stoplight, and I was only going 5 miles an hour, and I just barely tapped the car in front of me. But it was enough to where, like, we went and pulled off. Like, there wasn't any damage to either of our cars, but we still, like, reported it to the police and stuff. And I was just sitting there freaking out. And, like, the cop was just like, why are you pacing so much? And I was like, sorry, I've had a long drive. I'm just trying to calm down. And they were just like, there's no damage. Nobody's hurt. Just relax. And I was like, okay, I appreciate it. And
I had a car before, and no damage. Nobody was hurt. But I think I've been in the exact same situation.
But then everything calmed down, and then I just kept driving. And then I got all the way home. Because, like I said, that was in Kentucky. That was like 2 or 3 hours away from home, I think. It wasn't
Yeah.
crazy bad. But, yeah, and then
They
I got
actually...
home.
The person that I hit tried to file an insurance claim against me, but it was invalid because they claimed that they were injured, and the police record says that nobody was injured. So I got off scot-free.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Nothing on my record. It was great.
Yeah, they claimed like a little bit of damage, even though there wasn't really any. But it's not the end of the world. Like, insurance went up a couple $100. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And then I got home. First thing, I didn't even get home that night till like 4:00 in the morning, because like I went over to the girl I was dating's house at the time, and we went and just hung out. She showed me. I think we started watching Erased that night. Erased was something, man. That show is something. A lot of people hate the ending. I don't hate the ending as much as other people, but it's still, I liked the show. I liked the show.
Well, I'm not a fan, but not for the reason that most people dislike it, which is bullshit. Which is that the main character should have gotten with the girl. But, like, that's stupid and bad. But, like, I just don't like what they did at the end. Like, the whole way they approached that.
Yeah, the way... Yeah, because there's, like, spoilers involved if we talk about it. But just, like... I'm cool with the way that it went. I don't think it was, like, the most satisfying thing, but I don't think it was dissatisfactory either.
Yeah, I liked the ending of the live-action series more, which is the ending of the manga.
There's a live-action
series? Not
series?
the manga ending. Yeah, there's a... So Netflix did a live-action series, and Netflix
Damn
movies
you,
are notoriously
Netflix.
bad. Netflix, like, anime movies are notoriously bad, but the series was fine, because it was several episodes, and it was manga, like, consistent, and it was Japanese actors
I swear,
in Japanese
if it's anything
with subtitles.
like Death Note, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, because Death Note's a Western movie that Netflix made. The Erased
Death Note
series
was
is
a
a
mess.
Japanese TV show that was with Japanese actors, Japanese producers, everything like that, subbed in English.
Death Note was something.
So, and it was a series rather than a movie. So it was good. It was
Yeah.
faithful to the manga. More faithful to the manga than the anime, so...
Yeah, that's good. But I liked the anime.
That movie is so funny. It's so funny. It's so bad.
Dude.
I love it.
But yeah, I got back, and like I said, I didn't get home till like 4:00 in the morning. That's what happened a lot of the times whenever I'd hang out with her. Is we'd like either hang out there and I'd stay over, or we'd hang out there and it'd be like 4:00 in the morning, and then I'd be like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
But it's really, I don't know. I've been back for a while. I got a job. I was working at a summer camp, but that summer camp didn't really work out because they were like asking me to like pay for CPR certification and first aid certification, which whenever I looked it up, it was like $100-something, which is money I did not have at the time. And I was just like,
there was a way
this.
in high school that we could have gotten that for free or something, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, but I worked there for a couple days, and then that didn't work out. And then I've been cleaning houses with my mom up here for a while. And that's how I've been making money, which is not very fun, but you know, money's money at the end of the day. And it gives me a lot of free time because we only clean whenever the houses are ready to be cleaned. So a lot of the times I've just been laying in bed, rewatching shows. One Tree Hill, pretty good show. I know it's like really dramatic and from like 2005, but it's still a good show. It's like... Plus it was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, buddy. And it's like based in North Carolina. The show is, so that's pretty cool. But and you know me, just like Courtney. Is Courtney your name? Matthew Patrick's wife.
Yes.
Yeah, but that just like Mr. Beast being from North Carolina, and every rap fan talking about.
No,
Stephanie, that's what it is.
It's Cordy Patrick.
I was about to say, yeah, that's it.
So I was very confused for a second. I was like, I haven't seen her on DT Live in a while, so I actually don't remember this fully. But yeah, it's because she says Cordy Patrick a lot.
Yeah,
and that's what it was. Where I get the name Courtney from sometimes.
Yeah, that's where that's probably where
Cordy must have been her like maiden last name or something. I don't really know.
But what was I about to say? And how every rap fan talks about how J. Cole is from North Carolina and stuff.
Yeah, Cordato. Stephanie Cordato was her maiden name. So
yeah, but you know, everybody talks about like where people that they're from and shows that they're from that are based where they're from. You know, because it goes like crazy. It's just like, yeah, my hometown shit. Let's go. But yeah, just been really busy playing that guitar over there a lot. Wait, finger. There we go. There we go. I'm so good at this. But, just been working a lot at just, existing, because sometimes existing is exhausting.
It's exhausting. I've been watching so many Anthony videos.
I watched a few of his. I watched his Valkyrie one and the Tommy Innit one was most recent.
Yeah. I watched the Tommy Innit one, I watched the Wilburset one. A lot of the more recent ones I've seen. And then I spent a day where I went back and watched like the backlogs that I was interested in, the ones that I looked at. And I was like,
because I'm not interested in all of them. Plus, Anthony was on Trash Taste, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a really good one. He's doing I spent a day with trans people pretty soon. That's his next thing.
No, I thought the Pony Pals thing was next.
Oh, was it? I don't actually know. I just know in the community tab, the thing is, hey, I'm gonna spend a day with trans people. What questions should I ask? So maybe it's like up for recording.
Yeah, that's probably right after because he was talking about that on Trash Taste, how like the Pony players. That's what it was. It's like some fetish type thing. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah. I like the way Anthony approaches a lot of the videos, especially the ones that he disagrees with. Because like there's a lot of them that he's like, oh yeah, this is cool. But there's some of them where he's like, I don't quite understand your culture, but can you explain it? And then they do, and it's really interesting, and he learns a lot.
Because a lot of the times it's not that they don't know that it's weird. It's just that they don't have anybody who's willing to talk to them about it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Speaking of creators, while we're on the subject, have you been watching Daniel Howell's new content?
Daniel Thrasher's the person I'm talking about. No, I haven't watched any of it.
Dan is Not on Fire, like Dan and Phil.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. On his second channel, Dan is Not Interesting, he's been posting like segmented bits from a show he did recently, a live show.
Yeah.
Just at some place, and it is the funniest stand-up I have ever listened to. It is so fucking good. I'll send it to you later.
I'll definitely have to watch that.
And he's going on tour. He's starting a tour pretty soon called We're All Doomed.
That's like sick.
A funny comedy show about how the world is fucked. And it's coming to Detroit in November 4th, and I want to go see it. So
that's sick.
We'll see. I'm going to try to go see it.
There's so many fucking...
And I'm also going to try to go see the Trash Taste live show, as it's coming to Detroit September 30th or something like that.
That's sick. That's going to be awesome.
So those two shows I really want to go to.
But, yeah, I haven't really done much. That's about all.
Not in a great mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty depressed, barely getting out of bed a lot of the time. Need to fix that. Went to see a play, which was pretty cool. My buddy Baker was in Matilda.
Oh, yeah. God, I wish I could have come down and see it.
I saw that twice.
We almost did. We almost went down to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it didn't end up happening because we couldn't get the car. Teo, Ann, and I were ready to go drive down there. Go down to see Ann's family and then also go to your place to see that play. Mm-hmm. But then it turned out we couldn't get the car for that time. So, But we almost did it. We almost did it.
One of these days. But yeah, that was that's pretty much all that's happened since the last time we recorded.
Okay, well, now that we're about out of the hour mark of the show, I want to take a moment to thank AA, Apathetic Astronaut, for being our patron after all this time.
Is AA still a patron?
Yeah, we've lost the other ones.
Damn.
Future Ariah interjecting once again here. I said at the beginning of this episode that it's about 3-ish months outdated, so Leon is actually another member of our Patreon right now. He's a returning member, and so thank you so much to Apathetic Astronaut and Leon for both being our wonderful patrons, and thank you so much to Salty Spoon and Kazam for being previous patrons who left us during our bit of a break, which is totally reasonable. Anyways, back to the episode. But AA is pledging $25 a month, so...
But speaking of that bastard, that's something else that happened.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. But let's talk about that after this pause, okay?
Okay.
So this mid break. So thank you so much for Apathetic Astronaut AA.
In the intro, you're supposed to be talking about stuff like that. Remember, we talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. So I'm like, hey, mid roll works, right?
Mid roll
for today. Yeah, so I guess our podcast is brought to you by the Ariah Jay Patreon.
Right.
So we did some remodeling over there. I don't know if Jay knows this, but I kind of took control because Jay was like away from the internet for a while.
I haven't touched the internet in so long.
I removed the $5 tier, so we just have a $1 tier now because we don't have a consistent schedule for the podcast.
Yeah.
And anybody who's a Patreon gets access to the podcast 1 week before it drops on YouTube, but there is no promise of a consistent schedule. It's just 1 week before it goes up on YouTube.
Yep.
So there's still that benefit, but there's not really a guaranteed schedule there. But you're welcome to go to the Patreon and pledge, and then maybe get these episodes. You can get these episodes 1 week before they come out, whenever they do end up coming out. Mm-hmm. And we might change the system. Who knows? It's just $1 a month minimum to support us if you really want to, but it's not important. But yeah, anyways, let's go on to the next story.
Yeah. So, apathetic astronaut. He is a human being, right? This man is a mess. He spent so much money as a meme. Just as memes, this guy. He throws his money around. Like, literally. Okay, so let's talk about it like this. Let's say, what was it, like a year, maybe 2 years ago? No, I don't think it was 2 years ago. It was like a year and a half max. But me and AA were sitting there cracking jokes about how a weed katana would be like really fucking funny, right? Like he found one on like Wish, but then whenever he tried to order it, it was out of stock. And he got really upset about it. He was like, that pink weed katana would have been yours, Jay Wilson. And I was like, damn, that's really unfortunate. Then a few months later, I get a text from him, and he's like, hey, yo, just wanted to let you know I'm getting one made. And I was like, getting what made? And he's like, like a weed katana. And I was just like you're getting one custom made. And he's like, yeah, it's coming from Japan and everything. It's badass. And I was just like, son of a bitch. And he texted me about the whole process. I told him not to send me any pictures till I can see it in person. He's like, I'm gonna get it shipped to me, and then I'm gonna come down there to see you and Adam, and we're gonna figure it out. Adam's another motherfucker. Fuck that guy. But we were all just chilling. I don't know. It was just like an on and off thing. And every, so often he'd text me and be like, hey, is this day still good for me to come down? Blah, 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 blah. And that was, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that he came down. And he came down, Adam went and picked him up from the airport. But that evening, I was out at dinner, which was really funny because Adam calls me and goes, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm out at dinner with our friends." And he's like, dude, I literally just drove all the way to the airport, and you were sitting there at fucking Makoto's, which is the best fucking restaurant in town, pretty much. My buddy who's leaving for the army, well, tomorrow as of recording, is He was paying for it, and I was like, fuck it. It's this Japanese place, the hibachi restaurants where they sit there and they, cook all of it in front of you and stuff. It's really cool. But, then right after that, I have to drive all the way back to close to where I live at the hotel, actually, that you guys stayed at, because that's where AA was.
I recognized it in the picture, and I was like, I've been there. I know that hotel. I remember the room layout.
But, then, I drove back, and Adam and me and him all hung out. We played Smash Bros. I kicked AA's ass. He won't admit it, but I did. And then after a while, Adam left, and then AA was like, I'm hungry. And I was just like, fine. So we drive all the way out to Boone. You remember Boone. Boone's 30, 45 minutes away. So we drive all the way out there. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I only know one place that's open. Not even Walmart's open at this point anymore. We're driving to fucking... where the fuck am I talking about? Fucking Cookout, which is open till 4 o'clock in the morning. So we go there, we grab food, and then we come all the way back and hang out for a while. But also something that I didn't realize was that the next morning I was gonna have to go to a wedding, which I didn't know about till 2 days before AA got there. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, AA, I'm gonna go back to my house. Try to get some semblance of sleep before this wedding. Adam will come see you in the morning, and I swear we'll go see that movie we're talking about whenever I get done. So the next morning I get up. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I wake up to a call, and they're like, we're on our way. And I'm like, son of a bitch, because they came all the way up there to pick me up. And I was just like, fuck. So I get up, take a shower, and I'm ready. And then they come pick me up. It's 10 o'clock at this point. I only got 5 hours of sleep, maybe. We thankfully this wasn't a crazy formal thing. I didn't even have to dress up like crazy. It was jeans and a nice looking flannel is what I wore. Then I went to this wedding. Everything was great. Had a great time. I actually fell asleep on the couch, like, during the reception afterwards. Like, I literally passed out, and, like, multiple people passed out, so it wasn't just me. But, I went and hung out there. Then afterwards, after that, I had to get driven all the way back up the mountain that I live on. We went over to the fucking hotel room. Got dressed in the suits because we were all wearing suits because we're going to see fucking Minions, and you know the memes. The Gentle Minions memes are one of my favorite things on the internet because it's so fucking funny. But
They said the movie was okay.
It's peak fiction, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. I've seen it 3 times at this point. Because no, I went and saw it once because my buddy and his family went. Like, I saw it like right when it came out, like I don't know, like a month before I saw it. And then the night that AA flew in, I went and saw it with some other friends. And then the next day, I went and saw it with them.
That's hilarious.
But literally, I was running on like 0 sleep. And I went and got dressed in a suit. Whenever we go out to Boone, we end up at Wendy's and we're eating. And I'm like, so when's the showing of this movie anyway? And they're like, 10:45. And I'm like, 10:45? Because, you know, I'm trying to fucking sleep. It's like, like I said, running on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And I literally, like, I'm driving around just trying to find things to do and stuff. We go to Walmart. We walk around Walmart. No, the funniest thing in Wendy's was everybody staring at us because we're dressed so fancily. And, you know, I see, and we go to Walmart, and after, because the thing about where I live is that everybody knows who I am, so I'm sitting there walking through Walmart, and people are, like, being like, yo, what's up? And and they're, oh, it was so funny, because people were like, why are you wearing a suit? And I'm like, I got a movie to go see, fellas. But, you know, we're sitting there running around Walmart for a while, and then we go see the fucking movie. And I walk back to the car and hop in before they get done. Then they walk back, and they're sitting there, and they bought an Among Us character, like a stuffed animal. And they're just like, you know, he's going to see the movie with us. Among Us, they named it Among Us, and Among Us came with us to the movie. And it was so funny. We walk into the movie, and in certain theaters, they're throwing people out for wearing suits. Thankfully, they didn't throw us out.
Oh my god, excuse me? Why?
Because apparently certain people who are doing the Gentle Minions trend are, like, doing crazy shit.
Oh, jeez.
But we walk in, they don't even care. It was funny because, like, we saw my physics teacher there, which was hilarious because I look out and see him, and I wave like crazy. He's on the phone. Then he walks in, and I'm just like, what's up? And he's like, what? So I see the fancy... And I was just like, guess what movie we're going to see? And he's just like, well, isn't it Minions that they're going to see the suits in? And I'm like, yeah. But then we all go watch Minions. I literally have the fucking, like, Among Us character in front of me during this whole fucking movie. There's literally this picture. I'm sure you've seen the picture. Like, right after the movie, like, AA walks over to the only other group of people who were in the theater at the time and goes, could you guys take a picture for us?
Should we post the picture? Should I show the picture that we have in the Discord with AA's face?
Yeah.
Cool, I'll show that.
I'm sure nobody will care. It's literally just all of us in suits. Like, we're all they're trying to do.
It's in the public Discord server, so.
Yeah, and what they wanted to do, they were trying to recreate a One Piece fucking thing. I don't know what from One Piece. Oh god,
I didn't know that.
But that's what they were trying to do. I've never seen One Piece, so I don't know. But I was just sitting there, just vibing. I was sitting there with I have like a purple button up and a black blazer on. You know, I'm feeling badass. I'm holding the Among Us character like this. You know, just having a great time. And then it was hilarious because then we went back. It was like, again, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And the next morning I go to work, and then I have to drive AA out to Boone so he can get an Uber. And for like an hour after I dropped him off, he couldn't find an Uber, which was terrifying because I couldn't drive him out to the airport. I talked to my mom about it. There was no shot. And Adam fucking abandoned the poor man. So there was nothing we could do. He found an Uber. He got home. Everything was okay. But you know, there's also something else in my room that I need to show. Give me 10 seconds. As I'm walking away, I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. Like shake your head at me if you can't still hear. Like, you can still hear me, right? Yeah. So, you know, what's in the box, Jay Wilson? You know, that's a good question. Like, the thing is, fellas, is this was all a business transaction between me and this man, right? You know, we were talking about that Wii Katana off Wish, and
everybody wonders, what does it look like? Did he actually get it for you? How much money did it cost? I think it was like $1,000. Crazy money, if you ask me.
This man.
But it's
This man
right there.
is insane. There it
It's
is.
literally right there. You see the
custom-made pink and black lead katana.
If you need a closer look, fellas, you got the pink wrap on it. It's got like some really cool like designs on the thing, and if you open it, it's no, it's right here.
That's a blade.
It's like engraved to where it says Mary Jane on it. It's like I named the katana Mary Jane. It says Mary Jane on in Japanese.
Oh my god.
So
I
Mary
didn't know
Jane's
that.
still
That's
around
so
and
sweet.
always will be around.
That's so sweet.
So I just yeah.
I said, okay, I know you couldn't hear me. I was just like, oh my god, that's so sweet. That's incredible.
Yeah, AA spent so much money on it. There's a picture also in the Discord server. I'm sure you could post that picture too and show it if you wanted to.
I will, yeah.
It's just a picture of
That
AA
picture.
handing the sword off to me, which is really funny.
AA, like, AA AA bought me this
Fucking Stargate.
with a DHD. Custom made on like Etsy or something, and
But it was overall just a really good trip. It was really funny being around him. I wish I'd gotten to spend more time with him. He spent most of his time in the hotel room because
Yeah.
again, I was stuck at a wedding and I was stuck doing a bunch of other stuff that I didn't realize I was gonna have to do till literally because I was told that weekend was free up until like 2 days before because I was walking around in the town right by where I live, and while I was walking down the street, I catch like my buddy, and my buddy runs over and he goes, "You're coming to this wedding on Saturday. My mom's getting married," and I was like, "Shit."
oh my god.
Yeah.
So, gosh, this. So okay, so since we started the server, the server, the Discord server from our channel, we kind of slowly got people, and some of the earliest people who joined the server were AA, Saltiest Spoon, and Inharmonics. And we've talked about these three before, but they've become friends of ours.
The
and
dinner club.
We have like the dinner club, like group DMs and
It's
stuff.
like the
that we talk
Breakfast
about.
Club, but better.
AA refused moderator, but Salty and Ann are both moderators in our Discord server and YouTube channel. And they're some of our dear friends. And so I have met all of them. N has met all of them. Jay has not met Salty, and Salty's only met me and N. So someday,
No, I
Jay
already
has to meet
told
Salty,
I already told
and
AA
has
one
to
of
meet
these.
Salty.
I already told AA I'm going up to Philly, and on that trip we'll fly over to see Salty.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. I want to
Just
come.
for-
I want to come. We
just
gotta
for
all five
memes.
get together at some
Just
point.
for memes, the whole dinner club in one room. That sounds like chaos incarnate.
Yeah, we gotta film a movie called The Dinner Club. It'll be great.
Film the movie. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But,
I love them so dearly. They've become good friends of ours.
I feel like I was gonna say something, but I completely lost it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just
Wedding. Spend more time with AA.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Also, within these past few months, there's something publicly that I'd like to state. I'm only going to state this once, but rest in peace, Technoblade. I really
gosh.
do appreciate you and all the content that you made in our earlier videos. I know it's probably very easy to tell, but I was very much just fucking blatantly trying to copy that kind of comedy, which didn't
Jay.
really work. I did figure out very fast that what.
The first video that I edited since the news, right? The first Deltarune video, you mentioned Technoblade. Because there was a long period of time where I stopped editing Deltarune videos because I was kind of in a slump and we just kind of had a little bit of a pause. But the first video I edited back from our break was after the Technoblade news, and you mentioned Technoblade in it, so I had to like put a little graphic up, R.I.P. Technoblade.
Recorded before.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird to hear you like just say that from before the news dropped, and I edited.
What did
it
I say?
afterwards. I don't remember exactly. Just something about Technoblade and being cool.
Yeah, but I always idolized that man and probably always will. I still
wonderful
watch
man.
his videos from time to time. They
Technoblade
still
never
pop up.
dies.
Yeah, they always pop up in my recommended, and I still watch them all the time. But I know there's some people who like can't watch those videos anymore, and some people who've been binging them. They can't.
I
be
binged them a couple times. Yeah. I rewatched the Potato Wars series afterwards, and a few other videos.
But Ria, who's another person in our Discord server, bought me some of his GG Easy merch, which was pretty cool.
Oh my god. I wanted to get some, but I couldn't justify it.
Yeah, I didn't have the money for it, but Ria texted me. I was just like, "Do you want Technoblade merch?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, but I don't have any money." And Ria was like, "I didn't ask how much money you had. I asked if you wanted it, genius." And I was just like, "Aw, shit."
I love Ria. Ria can be...
You and Ria have your moments where you're at each other's throats, but...
Yeah, we argue sometimes, but I love them.
I just think it's hilarious watching you guys argue.
We argued today a little bit.
Yeah, you guys argued a couple days ago, and I was just like, damn, like over something that, in my opinion, wasn't even that big a deal. But then, like,
that specific instance was because it was something that like triggered me specifically, something that like was really sensitive for me.
But I was just really confused. But yeah, Ria, I don't know what it is about Ria. It's because Ria also watched all the same YouTubers that I watched in a certain amount of time. So that's just something that we
you guys bonded over like Technoblade and the Dream.
Yeah, we bonded over that kind of stuff. Because dude,
I've been watching so much like whenever somebody like did you see Tommy's new video about the Dream SMP?
Dude, at the end, I was sitting there just dying.
That was fucking great. That video was so good.
No, and he totally stole the format from Jay Schlatt, which is hilarious. I love how self-aware he is because he says it in the video. He's like, I totally stole this from Jay Schlatt, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, so like.
No, I'm not complaining. I just think
I have so much respect
it's something
for Tommy.
me and Theo have been talking about for years is the fact that Tommy's been blatantly ripping off Jay Schlatt, but because Tommy's a British kid and Jay Schlatt's an adult U.S. man, like nobody
an American
really notices.
Man.
Nobody notices.
Yeah.
But
Tommy, I haven't seen a whole lot of Tommy content, just like Tommy and other people's content, but I love that guy. Like, I don't know him very well. I don't watch him, but like I respect him so much.
I've been watching him since he hit 100K, which is crazy because now he has over 10 million subscribers.
I love Tubbo. Okay, I watched this stream that Jack Manifold did with Tubbo at Tubbo's house, a pizza party like thing. Yeah. Because apparently like Tubbo, like they wanted pizza and they were into Tubbo's house and then they started streaming. And Tubbo was talking about his first experience getting drunk and it was an amazingly hilarious story.
Whenever he talked about that, him talking to Phil about it's also really hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's another
Phil's telling him not to mix drinks.
I love
because
Phil.
Phil's just a dad.
Phil's so good. I love Phil. Phil built that statue for Technoblade. Mm-hmm. That was so sweet.
And he put stuff on his skin. He put stuff on his skin for Techno.
Yeah. Too. I watched that whole stream. There was like the day after the news came out or something. He streamed, but with no face cam and no voice.
Yeah, he just
streamed building this thing in his survival, in his hardcore world. Because, like, he obviously wasn't in the mood for joking and face cam and stuff. Yeah. But that was such a sweet stream. And then I watched Wilbur and Phil's stream.
Yeah, Wilbur and Phil talking about it really like broke me. Like Wilbur talking about
Wilbur's
the dream
he had. I watched an animation today about the dream. Somebody made
I saw that animation. So I thought it was really cool.
I love that. That dream was so sweet. And
but
I don't even know these people very much, and it's been. I've been so touched by these things.
Yeah, these were all people that I've been watching all these people. Techno I've watched for years upon years upon years. I was watching Tommy before he got into the Dream SMP. I was watching him like whenever he was doing high pixel videos still. I was watching all these people for so long, and it's crazy just like how much and how far everybody's come and how everything's kind of evolved.
Everything's changed.
And because I remember I stole a lot of personality type things from these people. Originally I wanted to be a Technoblade type, but it just didn't work with my personality at all. The beginning of everything was a lot of where that came from. Of course, like a couple times I did use Technoblade jokes and Tommy jokes.
You straight up said that if when God sends me to hell, I want him to hesitate. I think
it's hilarious. As soon as you watched that, you were like, Jay, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw Technoblade stuff at that point.
No, I know. That was the best part is because you thought this was all fresh off my dome, and it was hilarious.
No, I mean, like, I didn't, like, believe that you made it up, but I wouldn't have been surprised, and I wouldn't have been surprised if you took it from somewhere, but, like,
to be fair, at this point, most of my jokes are made up by me.
At this point, yes.
At this point,
or references to the fact that you stole jokes, but not actually stealing a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at this point, I don't even watch enough YouTube to be able to steal jokes anymore.
Yeah.
It's, like, I do watch certain things, but it's, like, not nearly... But that was also during quarantine, too, where I had all the time in the world to just sit there and binge.
Yeah, when we recorded fucking 6 videos a day.
Like, that's the whole reason that me and Theo got along so well. It's because we both were watching so much YouTube like that. And just, I don't know, it's crazy. It's just crazy, I don't know, just how old I am and how different everything is now. Everything just keeps getting more and more complicated.
Doing this Ariah Jay shit on and off for the past two and a half years almost. Got about 2 more months before it's 2.5 years.
And there's too many women, Ariah, too many women. Make it stop.
That was many ex-girlfriends ago.
Oh my god, dude, there's been multiple relationships since then. Or, like, at least multiple, like, weird things with girls since then.
Yeah.
Because not all of them turned into relationships. But they all did have, like, weird, story. Like... Yeah, I'm not getting into all that. But...
Yeah. I started some solo content, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's just... I'm doing over on my channel, Ariah, which I don't know if it's linked anywhere, but maybe I will link it at some point. I started doing a, like, coding thing. Or doing a project where I'm coding a video game, but all of the code is being done on camera. So it's like a audience interaction thing. I've got, like, since I uploaded the video, I got, like, 4 or 5 subscribers.
That's sick.
Just from that video, like, pretty much instantly. Hopefully, like, and I've got 3 videos up, so, like, that could grow. I know there's a lack of Game Maker intermediate and advanced content out there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I was thinking of doing edited down VODs because I started streaming again. I streamed yesterday for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I saw that you were streaming. I just didn't catch the stream.
No problem. And I plan to keep doing that. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it a lot, and I really want to. My next endeavor for personal content beyond the coding series is I really want to try to edit down my streams.
Yeah.
I want to take some old streams, some new streams, just, streams that are good and edit them down and try to make an entertaining video out of them and post them on my solo channel. So that's kind of my endeavor currently with that. And I might do, like, an edited down YouTube series, or maybe I'll just stream all of them on Twitch and then edit them down like a lot of, like, YouTubers like RT Game and stuff do.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see how that ends up going. I had the idea of, like, a modded Minecraft, like, Minecraft, like, FTB Academy or something playthroughs for me to learn a bunch of mods, since I don't know a whole lot of advanced mods. So those are some ideas on my end. Jay, question: how are you feeling about solo content? Is that something you still want to do?
That's still definitely something that's in the pipeline. I was thinking about it earlier because I was watching the Weekly Slap, like, from Jay Schlatt. He was talking a lot about how, like, with things you just need to go for it, and it's been a lot of focused on the music aspect. Whenever I need to start making videos because that's something that I've just been wanting to do.
Yeah, you certainly don't need to, but if you want to, you should do it. And I know that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, but I just need... it's just one of those things where I just need to, like, write down a concept and just run with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think a lot of what happens with me is I just, like, get focused on like, the intro video of, like, how do I start this rather than just going.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to do the intro video. Like that's how we did our channel, right? Is we recorded videos other than the intro video first, and then we went back into the intro video. Yeah, we didn't even have a name for our channel when we recorded the first Danganronpa.
But we don't even need But the thing is, with most YouTubers, you don't even need an intro video. Just need to run with whatever concept you want to run with. I think the thing is, I've just been, like I said, working a lot more on the music thing. That's why that guitar's out. I've been listening to so much music, just, like, I guess that's more of a healing aspect,
You stopped updating your 1 song a day playlist, and I'm mad.
I haven't updated that in so long, but I have so many new songs.
I know, you've got, like, 50 songs, and I've got, like, 80 songs in mine.
Yeah,
I'm also behind, though.
I need to check it, because there's so many new songs that I've listened to that I could add to it at this point. Because there's this new artist, Keshi, that I just got, like, completely fucking enveloped in. And it's hilarious because I was sitting there and I was listening to this guy. I was listening to one of his interviews, actually, and they were just like, who's your biggest inspiration? And the guy goes, John Mayer. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, my God.
I will never
Speaking
escape.
Of music. Guys, you should go check out Pigeon Chest on Spotify. Pigeon Chest is fantastic. She is in our Discord server. And she is a lovely person that I've been talking a lot with, and we're actually we've been working on like all day today. We've been talking about a Homestuck fan comic that we want to make, and I'm very excited if it like gets off the ground at all because it is
Hoover the
so
lava.
Cool. But yeah, Pigeon Chess on Spotify.
Hoover the lava.
Hoover the lava. She is fantastic. She just released an album recently, Irrational Dysphoric, and it is very good. I'm a huge fan. It's kind of like emo folk punk, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, I like I said, Hoover the Lava is like a Bandcamp exclusive at this point, but it's still really
sometimes you have to hoover up all the lava. It's on Bandcamp. It is also so good. But go check it out because she is awesome and she deserves more love and she is a fantastic human being.
But what time is it? How long have we been recording for? That's an hour 20. Is there anything else you think we need to say for this?
So what are you thinking about the Ariah Jay channel in terms of going forward? Do you have any thoughts? Do you want to wait for them? Do you wait?
I think
wait before
it's something where I just need to get into a better mindset, and then we'll just have to. Then we can go back to recording regularly.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you want to? So with this podcast thing, how are you feeling of the podcast specifically? Because it's been an interesting run. And I like having this podcast as a format, but I do feel like we need more ideas for it if we're going to continue it.
I agree. I think that's just something we're going to have to brainstorm on and figure out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to talk more thoroughly about it at some point.
Yeah, okay. Well, do we want to end this one? I think that would make it like one of the shortest episodes if we do, but...
No, we had like an hour 10 one before.
Do we do... I don't remember the lengths of these, hold on. It doesn't matter, like we can end it like now. I think originally it was 2 hours, and then we brought it to about an hour and a half was the average we wanted to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was always about an hour and a half. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just done. I'm probably just thinking of Trash Taste because they do 2 hour episodes.
Yeah, like the Jay Wilson is gay was fucking 53 minutes. And we had a 43-minute one. We've had some really short ones.
Yeah, I just had in my mind the wrong number. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, I think this was a good episode of the podcast. Kind of catching up. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to more of these because I can promise you there'll be at least one more at some point in the future.
At least one more.
At some point, we'll see. Could be
Jay
next
Wilson's
week,
gonna be 43 and rich and a millionaire.
Could be in 20 years. We'll see.
I'm gonna be so rich by the next time we upload this.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was
Wait! One last thing. I completely forgot to say. I'm off caffeine now, so there's no more sun drop. No more sun drop.
We mentioned this earlier when you briefly alluded to this when I brought this out. Jay quit caffeine. So now I have no addictions. Very recently. Unlike some people. What about crack cocaine? Oh yeah, you're right. Can't let that bit die. The only drug that eludes my ability to quit is crack cocaine. Yeah. Maybe I need to start doing meth to counteract my loss of caffeine. Yeah. Maybe that would be a good you chase the crack cocaine with meth. Yeah. Clearly. That's not how that works. God, dude, it is so weird because now the sun drop bit's gonna die on my end. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. No, here's what you do, Jay. You get a sun drop can, right? I don't care if you have to make your friend drink it and keep the can. And then you fill it with orange juice. Just start filling it with other things that aren't sun drop. No, I just start filling this bottle with other things. Yeah, there you go, right? Speaking of it, actually, I was thinking about doing a bit with the sun drop today, but I didn't. Where I'd take a sip and I'd be like, it's pretty good. And then I I grab my shot glass of vodka and I pour it into the can.
Better.
I was thinking about doing that bit, but I didn't.
There's always next episode.
Yeah, I'm out of Sun Drop. That was my last one.
Damn. Rest in peace.
I was saving the last one for the podcast.
That makes a lot of sense. God, dude, Sun Drop.
I'll probably go to...
I mean, since I don't even drink soda anymore, I'm sure it wouldn't even taste as good as it used to. Because I'm not used to all the fizz anymore. It's been like a month since I've had a Sun Drop. Well, no, more than a month, because the last time I had a Sun Drop, I think I was... It's been a while. Shit. Sorry. Rest in peace, my addictions, I suppose, except for crack cocaine and now methamphetamine.
I guess.
I guess you gotta throw something else into the melting pot. But I guess that's it. Ariah, you want to carry us out?
Yeah. It sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like if you're on YouTube. I forgot the actual podcast outro. It'd be really appreciated, though, but only if you enjoyed it. And also, if you are an audio listener, feel free to check out other stuff. There should be a link in the description on the app you're listening on. If not, it's bit.ly/Ariah Jay, Ariah and Jay, right? Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so either /Ariah Jay or /Ariah and Jay.
I'm checking. Bit.ly/Ariah and Jay. ARIAH ANDJAY. That's how you do it. No? What? Neither of those links work. I'm confused and concerned. Well, I think it was bit.ly/Ariah and Jay. So I'll set that up. Go check out bit.ly/Ariah and Jay. And if you're an audio listener, or check out our YouTube channel, whatever. We also do our main YouTube channel, which we upload games, and we read Homestuck once. And yeah,
One time
it's a pretty nice
that.
place, and there's also a Discord server on that channel you can find. It's pretty great. Go ahead and hang out there. Anyways, love y'all.
Bye.